Good morning, folks. Sorry for the change of plans. It's Wednesday, June 21st. We're doing this pre-market prep early, 8:47 a.m. So I imagine a lot of you will be watching the recording between 9 and 9:30, so that's fine. But yeah, I had something come up and I had to do it early. So it is Wednesday, June 21st. Today at 12 p.m., we have Chris Tuttle with Tuttle Trades. We'll be talking DocGo. You can see it's up 3% this morning. We'll be talking INFU Systems, which is up 1%, was up sharply yesterday. So tune in for that. 12 p.m. with Chris Tuttle, Tuttle Trades. We're going to get some nice, exciting updates. As far as the market goes, listen, I was on a Wolf Financial Spaces last night, as I am every Monday night. In this case, it was Tuesday night. And the panel, there was an interesting consensus on the panel that the panel is thinking we're not going to see a crash as a correction. Like, for example, let's take a look at this, right? I've always been talking about the 20 DMA. The consensus was the 20 DMA will basically move up to price rather than price move down to the 20 DMA. That's the consensus. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but there's like 7 or 8 panelists. They're all very smart, and only one of them was positioning for a sharper correction. But even that person was positioning for a sharper correction also believed at this point we're in a bull market. So we're seeing consensus as far as that. And the question again is, do the candles come down to the corrective area, or does time correct and does time cause? That's the question right now. But either way, what I'm seeing is stable markets. And stable markets is great for stock picking. It's great for what we do at story trading, because catalysts will cause the price to react more predictably. When you have a catalyst for a specific stock and you don't have the overhang of the worry about the economy, worry about inflation, worry about interest rates, when that's out of the way and the QQQ, SPY, etc., is just doing whatever it does, like up, down, it doesn't matter. But in the background is relative macroeconomic stability and relative, bullishness in the intermediate to long term. That's the environment that story trading excels best in, because when we see the news releases in the morning, the price action becomes a lot more predictable. So what are we looking at this morning? First of all, there are a bunch of news catalysts I'm going to talk to you about in just a second, but just looking at potential continuation, some of these names have done great for us the last couple of days. So SPICE and SOUN, SPCE, SOUN, we're holding this since Friday. We didn't talk about it yesterday, but we're holding this since Friday on the catalyst that SPCE had. SOUN, SOUN was the trade of the week idea. There was actually no catalyst on this. This was just a technical play combined with the AI sentiment and the fact that I thought this was going to kind of do a catch up with AI. We won the competition. This was up like 30% last week, SOUN. So looking for a continuation on these, but these are two very highly risky names. So watch your size. Take whatever action you need to protect your assets, whether that's selling covered calls, using trailing stops. These are the type of stocks you got to do it on. But just reviewing the technicals here, SPCE is over the 50-week moving average, and that's really good. That's the look that Carvana had before it went on a tear for 2 or 3 weeks. So I think I see resistance here at 660, the top of these candles, and then 8, the top of those candles. Those are the upside targets, and then the downside protection is there at the 50-week moving average, which is about $5. So $5 to the downside, 660 and 8 to the upside. That's what I see for SPCE, and that's been moving obviously since the catalyst of starting commercial flights later this month. SOUN, looking for potential of eventually breaking $455 and maybe making it to $6-7. We'll see. But again, take your profits, watch your size. This is now both of these are small sizes for me, right? We already got big gains the last couple of days. We took some profits. So these are both smaller sizes now because of the risk involved in them. LLAP, I continue to like this very much. It's probably my highest conviction pick. I think there's very limited downside, 20 DMA support. We got the big event coming, so I still like this. I chose this as one of the trade of the week ideas on Wolf Financial Spaces last night, 160 target. Then CANO, this is highly risky, but I'm taking a risk here. And I also chose this because I like the chart and how it closed yesterday up here, holding this 137 level. And given the news flow, I do think the activists are going to get what they want, and they're going to have that CEO ousted from the board as well. So 150 is the resistance level, and I'm looking for a move possibly to 2 or 250, but you may have to wait for that catalyst for that former CEO to now be booted off the board to see that. But that's also very highly risky in the category of SPCE, SOUN. Be careful. LLAP a little bit safer. HTCR, I just noticed some good, there it is. You can see it. Nice action at the end of the day yesterday. It's right at the 20 DMA, and they were at a conference a couple days ago. So HCTR, watch that, right? Because good action last night and this morning, not really action yet. But if we break above this 20 DMA, we could make a quick move to $2 on HTCR. Now, let's get into some of the things that for more responsible folks. That's all gambling, basically. All right. Now we get to the real stocks with good catalysts this morning. PayPal, Shop, Amazon, Tesla, NVIDIA. These 5 are the ones I'm most bullish on as far as bigger caps go right now. We've had a catalyst on PayPal. Well, what was it? I think there was more news this morning. Yesterday, no, the news was yesterday, right, that they're selling their loan book and they're increasing their buyback, but then Bitcoin is up sharply. So Bitcoin can also help PayPal here. But the thing is, it just broke the 50-week. So this is a continuation play based on the catalyst yesterday. We broke the 50 DMA. So my target here is the top of this candle, 69.68, and then potentially more, 71. If Bitcoin keeps surging, we don't have a chance to look at the Bitcoin chart, but 75, 76 might be in play. So take a look at Bitcoin, man. I can't do Bitcoin because I'm fundamentally I get scared out every single time it drops. I'm like, government's going to put an end to it. Regulation is going to end this Bitcoin thing. So I can't do Bitcoin. All right. But check it out. Check out what's going on in Bitcoin. It's getting a bid because I think it's Blackstone is trying to put together a Bitcoin ETF, and that's why it's getting a bid. And also Fidelity, apparently rumors that Fidelity is going to buy the Bitcoin ETF GTBC, and that's been flying. GBTC, is it? Gray Bitcoin Trust. There it is. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. All right. So this one's been getting a huge move, bigger than Bitcoin, because this has been undervalued for a long time. If Fidelity buys it out, that premium, that lack of the discount may evaporate. So a lot of good things happen in Bitcoin, but don't ask me about it. I can't trade it well. But in any case, that could be a tailwind for PayPal. Then Shop had some news. We already like this because of the technicals. And then Shop had a little bit of news this morning. It says, where is it? Where's my news on Shop? Oh, it didn't show up here. They forgot to tag the ticker, but it's in here somewhere. Oh boy. So where is it? It's had it earlier this morning. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, anyway, they're in some sort of e-commerce deal with some sort of big international company. It's not showing up. I'm sorry about that. Why TD dropped the ball on tagging Shop. You could go look it up. It'll be on some other services probably. It might even be in our StoryTrading app if you look up Shop in the newsfeed. But here it is. Aiden, there it is. See, they didn't tag Shop. Adyen and Shopify partner to power new payment capabilities for enterprise merchants. And this is a big company. I looked into it. They do I think it's at least $1 billion annual revenue. Adyen. But I really like the chart. I don't know how significant that catalyst is, but perhaps it's going to be used as an excuse to help get this thing and move it back up towards the targets we had for you up at 78, but beware the 20 DMA possible correction over here to $61. That's the downside. To be careful of that. Amazon came out. I always like this as an AI play because I'm waiting for Alexa. I'm waiting to have conversations with Alexa. I can't wait to talk about my problems with Alexa. That's going to be so much fun. They should do some sort of partnership with Talk, right? And then you have your AI therapist and you just hanging out in your room talking to Amazon Alexa. I can't wait for this. I bet you it's going to happen at some point. But anyway, an analyst came out this morning, and this is also not shown in the feed. Analyst came out and said this is a great AI play and increased the price target to $150. Is this not showing? Let's see. You got to scroll down to find it. I also did Prime Day. Here it is. Amazon price target lifted to 150 from Jefferies. AI will drive next leg higher. I'm all about that. I like that. I've been waiting for that. And here's a catalyst from Jefferies. Could this spark a move and cause Amazon to break out? It's been a laggard compared to the other big caps. So maybe this can make a move to the 200-week moving average at about $131. So I'm looking potentially forward to that. Tesla, I mean, the technicals here are just insane. And you just got to go with the flow at some point. Look, if you go to the weekly chart, the RSI is not oversold historically. It's at 69. Every time it's come up to 69, it's always gone to at least 86. Look for another time that it went to 69 and then got blocked there. I couldn't find it last night. Every example that you go to 69, you move to 86. So if you extend that yesterday, look at this. I don't know if that's called a shoulder or what. But you see the resistance right here at about 295. And then on the other side of this at about 310. So I think roughly in that range is my target. 295 to 310, going to challenge those resistance levels there. And I think the RSI gives it room to do that on the weekly. I know this sounds crazy, but that's what I'm seeing now. NVIDIA, I still like it to 450 plus. NVIDIA looking really good. Cup and handle breakout. And of course, even fundamentally, if you do the math, actually, it doesn't look that expensive. You can justify 450 to 500. Go look at the analyst targets on that and the revenue models and everything. and the EPS models, it could make sense that it's actually worth 450 to 500. So that looks like it's coming. All right, yesterday, DocGo, CTLP, ASUR, INFU Systems. All right, these are all interesting. 12 p.m. We'll talk to Chris Tuttle about some of these. Definitely DocGo. No, ASUR is not his, but we'll talk INFU Systems. I think you might know CTLP. It's ASUR is the other Chris in the community, Chris Tarbert. But in any case, what's the story here? DocGo had Investor Day yesterday, and they came out and they said, gave a target of $1 billion revenue run rate by the end of 2025. The market cap is $1 billion. So it looked like that beat analyst estimates. So look out for that. But yesterday I was a little more excited because I thought that $1 billion revenue run rate was by the end of this year. I was mistaken. It's by the end of 2025. So I don't think this is going to have a sharp re-rating like I thought yesterday. You do have resistance at about 960. And then after that, you got resistance at about 1020. Maybe that's the most you can hope for this thing out of a couple days. But let's talk to Chris Tuttle at 12 p.m. and see what he thinks on DocGo. CTLP, we had a catalyst the other day, a nice press release out about the momentum they're having. AWS services expands globally. That wasn't it. There was something else. Rapid growth. There it is. CANO notes rapid growth of EMV. So enable vending credit debit card payments. So that was really good. And it broke resistance yesterday. I think we were looking at this that day. Didn't do it that day, but the next day broke 200 week moving average resistance. So and a nice kind of odd shaped W formation here at the bottom. So this is looking really good. I like this for the long term, by the way. It's fairly valued. They're growing fast. So this is breaking the 200. Maybe over the next few weeks or months, we can head towards $10. That looks interesting. Now, a couple Russell 2000 inclusion plays. ASUR and INFU getting added after the close on Friday. So they've been down. Maybe they got to get a bid. Maybe some funds have to get in that didn't get in time. And I think that's what this candle is about yesterday. It's big move in ASUR and also in INFU Systems. And INFU had the press release this morning. They're like time exactly. Look at exactly at the same time. I bet you these are Russell 2000 funds trying to get in before the Russell actually buys maybe another day or two of moves. And maybe you can do a sell the news on Monday. After that's what happened with PANW. PANW got into the Dow and it just ran into the inclusion. And then on the day it was included right here, boom, it went down. So I think that's the playbook. See that? Ran into the inclusion. So I think the next couple of days we can see ASUR and INFU system keep on running. And then you'll want to sell that either end of the day, Friday, probably that's the best time, or Monday morning. That's my idea for that one. LILM had a little bit more news. Man, the Jetsons, are they here? Check out my personal Twitter. I put a little cartoon thing, pretty funny, about, hey, is Jetsons going to become reality and who's going to do it for us? Is it LILM, Archer, or nobody? So anyway, I think that's about it. I got to let you guys go because I just want to let you know this. Oh, hold on. There's a lot more. All right. APRN. APRN had a doji candle yesterday. So just watch that. That could be a reversal. I am talking to management soon. All right. I'm going to dig into more of that. XXII, just terrible. I don't know. At this point, I just got to hope that they execute and overcome what they're doing. They did the dilution. They have the warrants. So now the hedge funds can short the stock and they have the long the warrants. So it's not a great situation for XXII. They just got to execute to turn this around, and we have to wait and see. And with that, you can see other things I'm watching: Arlo and Exact Sciences and Generac and Intel and ROM and SENS, but they didn't make the top of the list today. So good luck, everyone. I'll see you at 12 p.m. today, 12 p.m. with Chris Tuttle, and we're going to talk some good stocks. Take care.